Well, we had some technical difficulties there. Now I'm going to start again this afternoon by highlighting the fact of what would have been taking place in Tobago. As I would have said before, homelessness is a thing that has put a lot of people in fear. Not having a roof over your head is a serious problem. And to know that you was living some way, and not a neighbor or a brother or a sister put you out in it, is the government. So this is a serious issue in which I would like to highlight this afternoon. I must start with this clip. Watch. Look at what he's people things on the street. What do you think he's going to do to all you? What do you think he's going to do to all you? So the people at Tobago is warning the people at Trinidad. Look at what do you think he's going to do to you? See what they're going to build an airport. You think you don't care about anybody here? So you decide to put people on the streets. As the proper consultation take place with the government and the people, judging from what I am seeing there, it ain't looking so at all. And imagine this, the Prime Minister of the country is doing this to the people. Me ain't picking no side in it. I know some of your fanatics go say, boy, you're shooting down this one, you're shooting down that one. Me ain't picking no sides. You see that what taking place there? Failure. And let me bring the next video. Expanding our airport is a good thing, but watch what the people is going through. Watch. What kind of consultation you have had with these people? Eh? What were you doing as a Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley? What were you doing as a Prime Minister? It's the same thing that went on over in Palo Seco at a point in time. When Paria they take over, the amount of people house was broken down. A whole community yard was to form. And history like it keep on repeating itself. Underneath this government, a lot of people has lost their homes and still doing it. You could tell me the proper consultation take place here? You could tell me that the proper consultation take place here. And watchmen, this could never be right. Something like this could never be fair and never be right. We know infrastructure and things, when things are changing within a country, development had to take place at the expense of certain things. But it shouldn't, this is not the proper channel. This is not the proper channel. And my problem here is that when certain news houses see these stories, they don't put it out. But there are people that is suffering in these areas. Oh, you think that right? And I want to tell you something real raw today. Parental description is advised. If your belly can't take this, well, learn to turn it off here. Stop it here. Because I'm going to show you the nasty behavior of the police force in Trinidad and Tobago, in which they have been continuing to advantage the citizens in my country, in your country. No matter what man do, this is not a way to treat a person. And the guy was a very old fella, you know. How you gonna do something like this? But one thing I like is the people who stand up and they tape it. They didn't care. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. Let me bring that video here so you could see it. This is what taking place on the streets. Yeah, maybe a little graphic content. Watch how they're dealing with the man. Watch how they're dealing with the man. This is the behavior of the police force. If this was your father, if this was your brother, how you would have feel when the police is treating these people like this? Madness. I sure they're going to a resisting arrest. Misbehavior in public office. Watch. The people vouching for him. The man selling books. The man selling books. What's the age of the gentleman? Oh, you could want the people at Trinidad and Tobago to trust the police force. When right through, this is how the police has been getting on. And if a man ain't tape them, we'll see serious trouble because they go in the station and see all kind of thing. But if you ask them with the body cameras and thing, they can never answer. Jacob defense, sorry, Mr. Jacob defense was a door charge in Port Faith. So the nonsense had to continue in Trinidad and Tobago because nobody ain't see it fit to do the correct thing and to pass this constitutional reform. But I promise you, I'm doing an in-depth take in this, in which a referendum, if they install a simple thing as a referendum, things like this could never go on. Things like this could never go on. Now, I ain't come here to blame all the police officers, because between me and you, there are some good ones. But you see, police officers like this should be disciplined, should be reprimanded, and should be brought before the court of law. They should be brought before the court. And just for you to see that I'm not really, I'm not biased, I bring in a next take in which the police officer would hold a snatcher to show you sometimes that they are good ones in which just do their job. Yeah, it has some good ones. They would have hold this gentleman that was snatching purse. A purse snatcher. Kudos to the police officer that do this job. Kudos to them. But the ones that behave in the way that they behaved before, I could never subscribe to something like that. So things like this need to be put in check. And the citizens must have their say. Like the only so we could bring back Trinidad and Tobago, you know. Like the only so. And in closing, I would like to bring back this to your remembrance. The people in Tobago.
Forget about this airport, because if this is the airport, then we are
and I want Trinidad to see it.
That's right.
Look at what he's doing to his own Tobago people. What do you think he's going to do to all you? What do you think he's going to do to all you?
Oh, you hear that?
Imagine that. Look at what he's doing.
What you think
Look at what do you think he's going to do to you?
that he's going to do to the people
Think we only care about anybody here?
of Trinidad and Tobago? And I'm gone with this one. What do you think he go do? What do you think Rowley go do to the people or to the country? And with that, I'm gone.